I'll tell a funny story, which I don't know that I've told this publicly, but it's this hilarious story of how this ended up coming to be. So Chris is from the Bay Area, and his brother lives in a nearby city and is a drummer and plays with Robert Cray and another blues guitarist named Matt Schofield quite a bit locally, and his sister Bonnie lives in the area, and we've got a bunch of sort of mutual friends, but kind of none of them either felt comfortable either making that introduction or kind of like wasn't really sure what my intentions were, because I guess Chris is pretty private. And so, it was just difficult to get an endorsement locally for somebody to like connect me. My parents live in San Diego County and have retired there, and they live on a private golf course that Huey Lewis also lives on certain times of the year. And my dad, I'd just seen my parents recently, and my dad kind of said, "Well, who are you working on now? Who's somebody?" And I explained to him, "I'm really trying to get this Chris Hayes guy who played with Huey Lewis in the news." And I was like, "Well, I see Huey sometimes at the gym or at the bar, and so, if I see him, I'll he doesn't really hear very well because he's got Meniere's disease, but if you get him on a good day, he can, you can communicate with him." So my dad happened to see him in the gym, like the next day or 2 days after we had this conversation at the country club.
Incredible.
And he just goes over and he talks to him, and I think at first Huey thought he was asking for me to interview him, and then eventually came to understand that it was Chris that I was interested in interviewing. 2 hours later, I get a phone call from Chris.
Oh my God, that's incredible.
Yeah,
that's so incredible. What do they say? We're like 6 degrees from each other.
Yeah. So that was the kind of the most fortuitous of all of them.
And what a fun episode, Mason. I gotta tell you, I think I've watched it twice at least. In certain parts of it where I just jump in and I'm listening, and I'm just like, walking around my house. I'm outside mowing the lawn, and so you've given us the opportunity as the viewer, Mason. Thanks to like look into this window,
Sure.
peer into this. I just want to give you a lot of kudos for that. It's so fun as a fan, just watching all this stuff. And I'm like, go Mason, go.
Chris Hayes. Holy smokes.
Can you believe it? I'm still alive.
Well, I'll say it's been quite a journey to get you here.
Yes.
I know we've talked about this separately, but I don't know how many people I asked, "Do you know Chris Hayes? He's one of my favorite guitar players, has some of the best guitar parts of all time." And it was quite a journey. It was quite a journey to find you, but we did.
Yes, you did.
You're here, and man, I just can't be more grateful to have you sit down and talk to us.
I'm just happy that you want to talk to me.